everyone! Today we're diving into the world of natural language processing, or NLP. Here's a quick look at what we'll be covering in this video. We'll start with an overview of natural language processing, followed by 6 key NLP tasks: 1. Sentiment analysis, 2. Language modeling, 3. Sentence similarity, 4. Question answering, 5. Text summarization, and 6. Name entity recognition. Let's get started with an overview of NLP. Natural language processing is a subset of artificial intelligence that allows computers to understand human language and communicate with humans. Currently, it is used across many industries and platforms. It is key for search engines, chatbots, and voice powered assistants, to name a few examples. NLP can perform several tasks, and in this video, 6 main NLP tasks will be discussed: sentiment analysis, language modeling, question answering, sentence similarity, text summarization, and named entity recognition. Sentiment analysis is the process of using NLP to detect whether opinions in a text have a positive, neutral, or negative tone. For example, given the sentence, "I love sunny weather," the analysis would be positive. To work, several NLP programs are used, and they break down the text into separate words or tokens. Words without meaning are filtered out, and the remaining words are given a score based on their level of positivity or negativity. This allows the system to determine whether the text is positive, neutral, or negative. Sentiment analysis has many applications and can be widely used across several businesses. It can improve customer support chatbots by helping understand the mood of a conversation, and can help companies read reviews of their product or service to determine their public image and reputation. It also helps with market and competitor research by reading reviews of existing products and seeing what features are well liked, so new products can expand on that. Language modeling is a type of NLP task where, based on the patterns of human language, the next word or series of words in a set of text can be predicted. These models work by first learning the characteristics and syntax of a language, and based on data, they create their own rules about the language. Eventually, with enough data, the model is able to learn and understand sentences and can predict words in an incomplete phrase. The amount and type of data needed for a model vary based on its intended purpose. This task is often used by companies on their websites. If the website has a search engine or chatbot, while the user is entering their prompt, the system can figure out what will come next and attempt to complete their query. Sentence similarity is a useful NLP tool and is a model that calculates how close two sets of text are to one another. This closeness can either refer to closeness in meaning or lexical similarity. For example, if given the two sentences, "the bakers like to decorate cakes" and "the cakes like to decorate bakers," the lexical similarity would be close because the sentences have the same words. However, the sentences are different in terms of meaning, so the closeness in meaning would be very far. One way for a model to measure the similarity of sentences is by analyzing the relations between words in the sentences as vectors. The distance between the vectors can be measured to give an understanding of the relation and the meaning of different words in each sentence, which can then help in comparing the two sentences. Sentence similarity has various applications, but like several other NLP tasks, it is most commonly used with search engines and chatbots to help compare the user's query with existing data. Question answering, or QA, is a task where a model finds the answer to a question based on text or documents that are provided. The models are trained on a large dataset, which allows them to gain an understanding of human language. When given documents, the model stores them in an indexed database, and when asked a question, the model uses its retriever to get the most relevant text. The model then answers a question by providing data or generating a new response, depending on the type of QA model. Similar to other tasks, QA can be used with search engines and chatbots. The QA model has to understand the query provided by the user and can generate or find a response from there. This can improve the efficiency of current systems and increase the likelihood that the user finds what they are looking for. Text summarization refers to NLP algorithms that work to condense a large section of text while maintaining the key ideas and points of the text. Text summarization has two different methods: extractive summarization and abstract summarization. Extractive summarization works by creating a summary based on the existing text and synthesizing key sentences into the summary. These models focus on finding key points in the text. Unlike extractive summarization, abstract summarization doesn't directly take sentences from the text and instead generates an entirely new summary based on the text. Text summarization has several different applications. For example, it can be used to read social media or customer review passages and identify key points from what people are saying online. However, it can also be used for understanding legal documents, as some documents are often complex or extremely lengthy. The use of text summarization extends to many different industries. Named entity recognition, or NER, is the concept of identifying objects in text. These objects fall into different categories, like organizations, locations, times, monetary values, etc. NER models are trained on labeled datasets, where the entities are already labeled. The model learns what object should be labeled and the label that goes with it. So, when given text, the model eventually learns how to recognize all the entities. NER has applications in many fields and is very useful in information extraction. This is good for search engines, as it proves the accuracy in which the correct results are provided for a query. It is also used in news, as various articles and stories can be grouped together based on the entities in the title and the news piece. Additionally, NER is prominent in cybersecurity. It checks for threats by looking for unknown URLs, usernames, and more, strengthening security. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope this presentation helped you understand the basics of natural language processing and the different tasks it can perform.